Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Projection makes perception. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Projection makes perception. This is a key concept to understand in any spiritual practice and any self-awareness, any self-realization work. Projection makes perception. And it takes a while to understand this because there's a couple different levels to understand it on. The first, easiest to explain level is what we believe within, that's what we see without. So this is how like multiple different people can be in a room together, but all of them have a completely different headset and a different experience of reality. So the beliefs that we hold true about the world, that's what we see. And the world, in a sense, proves this to us. And this is being done on a larger scale as well. And that's why we have, in which that part is kind of hard to communicate, hard to explain, hard to understand. As we do it on an individual level, it's being done by one consciousness on a larger scale. And that's what we mean when we say there's one dreaming mind that's dreaming the physical universe. Although the word dreaming can be kind of misleading, I guess, because when we think of dreaming, you think of a body laying in bed, a body brain. You could say everything the human ego thinks about is related to like a body brain. That's why we can't really conceive of consciousness being beyond our body, because we think we are our brain body. That's what we think we are. So projection makes perception. It's like, this is how you can have an experience in the world of like poverty and continual despair and continual, the same thing has happened to you over and over again, year after year after year. And you can see this in most people, that people usually, generally, even though some things change, they generally stay the same. It's very hard to undo a belief system that's rooted down so deep within you. So if we believe in the reality of sin and separation, that's what we're going to see a world of, is sin and separation. And you could say all of us, whether we know it or not, unconsciously we all believe that in sin, we all believe that we separated. We all believe that everyone we see is a sinner, whether we play into the whole, whether we're religious or not. Even an atheist, that's the way we think, but we're not even aware that we think this way. It's like, because of the vulnerability of the body, we all think that, oh, you're just as bad off as me. You're going to age and die just like me. And that's what we're really saying, is you've sinned just like me. You're a sinner. You're left here to fend for yourself, and you have to eat to survive. You're going to age and die, and you're vulnerable. This is kind of that belief system projected outward. As one mind, we're projecting the whole physical universe based on the belief that we separated from what we are, a reality of perfect oneness, where we have everything because we are everything. That's our true reality. But this, in a sense, is like the prodigal son story. The prodigal sons walk away from the kingdom. This experience we're having as a human being is, we're walking away from truth. This is a journey. This is like we bought a ticket. We're taking a ride, the separation show, the separation game. So you could say we all believe that we sinned and that we're guilty of committing the ultimate sin, separation. Except it's set up to make it look like that we didn't cause this, that we're an innocent bystander. We were born as a baby, we didn't ask to be here, and we totally play into this reality. And this is poking at the ego's defense mechanisms. It's like, most people might even get angry when you tell them stuff like this. You couldn't, in reality, probably 95% or more of the public, you can't really even have a real conversation with. Most people, they can't even think deep at all. If you observe around you, most people don't stray from what they're going to watch on TV, to what their sports are. They're totally wrapped up with special relationships, family, friends, their business. Most people can't think beyond these confines, and they'll get angry even if you start pushing buttons about it. You could say we're in a complete mindless state of denial, where we've denied who we really are. And so it's really getting at this whole perception, understanding perception, projection makes perception. We see that we're seeing this thought of sin or separation in the world around us. So what's it all mean? Ladies and gentlemen, I had to continue this video at a later time. What's it all mean? So basically, in a nutshell, we either see a guilty, sinful world, or we see a world that is washed clean through new eyes of forgiveness, where we see the world without guilt. So we don't see with our physical eyes beyond the guilty behavior of bodies, but what we do see is we see with vision and clarity that beyond appearances, beyond all the layers of the human ego, and beyond all the behaviors of the flesh, of the body, what we see is that the innocence is still intact in everyone, without exception. It's a love that includes all. And you could call that, in religious language, it would be probably called something like amazing grace, where we have that moment, that magic moment of clarity, and it changes us forever. We're left holding the bag here, and now we have a higher purpose. We know that beyond the dim perception of what this world has to offer, we know that there is a light that is beyond all understanding, and we know that is worth more than anything in this world, because everything in this world is impermanence. I think that's the biggest thing, is to realize that everything here will let you down. This is all castles made of sand. Anything we come to love here will slip through our fingers. We have to realize the impermanent nature of everything. And I suppose the key takeaway points of all this is that there's two internal thought systems, and it's realizing we have a choice. We can choose a thought system of love, forgiveness, and love and forgiveness that is beyond the shallow human love and forgiveness, but it's actually it's real. It includes all. Love includes all. It's not the world divided up into special love and hate relationships like the human ego does. All the human ego's special love relationships are all based on giving to get, getting your needs met here in the world. We make agreements with other people, and then we project our guilt and our hate onto like political figures, media monsters. So it's just recognizing the game we're playing, and realizing that we can choose another thought system. Two internal teachers, the teacher of fear or the teacher of love, to put it simple. You either choose fear or love. Fear or love. That would probably be the key takeaway. We either project fear and separation out onto the world, and that's what we see, a guilty, sinful world, or we project love out into the world, and that's what we see when we see shitty things in the world, shitty, horrible things. We see underneath that is a call for love, because really what we're seeing is fear. That's the only reason people attack, is because of fear and guilt and the belief in fear. They're afraid, so they attack. Only the weak attack. Only the weak attack. And that's what we have to remember. So we see every attack as a call for love. And then we see that brings us to the gates of the forgiven world, in which we see the world washed clean of guilt, sin, fear. And that's the amazing grace. That's what forever changes us and sets us on the path of forgiveness and awakening. Even though we may stumble, but we're always left holding the cup. You can never forget, once you've had that experience of that peace that passes all understanding, you're forever changed. You can deny it and try to fight it, but it's there. Let's see. Okay, I think that's long enough. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will look forward to making new videos. Take from it what you can, leave the rest. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell, and you'll get notified when I make new videos. Enjoy.